Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley, and on this channel we talk all things budgeting and cash stuffing, including sinking funds and savings challenges. So today we're going to go over our expenses from last week, so March 27th to April 2nd, and then we are going to set up our budget for this week. So if that is something you are interested in, make sure you stick around for the rest of this video, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Okay, first things first, obviously I am changing up my videos just a little bit, just so I can kind of ease back into everything. So I am not gonna be unstuffing my cash like I normally do for my expenses. I have already done that off camera, and I am changing it up a little bit. So once I have figured out what I spent, I took the money per usual out of the envelopes, okay? But what I decided to do, because y'all know I usually have extra money in certain envelopes like groceries, health, gas, etc. What I decided to do is if there was anything left over in these envelopes, with the exception of our personal spending money, because that is what it is, it's our personal spending money, that does not count in this, but anything that was left over in all of these envelopes, I did go ahead and take out. The remaining money from these envelopes all just got combined into this miscellaneous envelope, and that is just going to kind of be, I guess, almost like a buffer for our spending. So that's kind of what we're looking at going forward. So anything that is left over between groceries, health, gas, pet care, dining, fun each week is just going to get put back into the miscellaneous spending envelope, and then we'll have that just in case we happen to go over in one of those categories. So that's kind of where we're at now with that. But let's kind of go over what we spent last week, starting off with groceries. Groceries right now are going to be in the yellow. We went to BJ's, we spent $121.74, Trader Joe's $142.20, and then we had to pick up a few healthcare items and stuff at Target, and that was $30.41. So total for groceries last week was $294.35. Now I knew that week was going to be a little bit of a higher cost because we had not gone grocery shopping in a little over 2 weeks. So we knew that was coming. Gas, we did end up getting gas 3 times. We did go and travel. It was like 2 hours to my husband's autocross over the weekend. So that uses up a pretty good amount of gas. So my husband filled up his car for $40.01 at the beginning of the week. And then we filled up his car again on the way home from that autocross for $35.70. And then I had to fill up my tank, and that was $37.37. So total for the week was for gas was $113.08. Next up, we are going to look at pet care, which is in the blue over here. My one dog has been still going to the vet pretty regularly. He's just getting laser treatment and injections on certain days to help with his joints. So the one day it was only $5. I had, they have a wonderful pet perks like thing, so I had like $10 off, so his treatment was only $5 that day. We ended up having to pick up some dog food, and that was $82.11. And then he had another vet appointment, and that was $42.56 for a grand total of $129.67 for pet care last week. Dining, Dining, we just went out and got some fast food a couple days. Y'all, I worked 6 days last week, so there was not a lot of free time, and the free time that I did have was spent traveling for the autocross. But we did get Chick-fil-A for dinner one night, and that was $22.67. And then we did get cookout after the autocross, and that was $22.26 for a grand total of $44.93 for the week. Next up is miscellaneous that we're looking at, $4 for parking at a run that my husband went to. Down at the oceanfront, you have to pay for parking, so that was $4. And then on the way back from the autocross, we needed some energy drinks because we had to get up super early, so we stopped at 7-Eleven, and we spent $6.24 on 2 energy drinks. So total from miscellaneous is $10.24. And then my iCloud subscription did come out for the month of March, and that was $2.99. So for the week, we spent $595.26. So let's move on to next week. Oh, and then just so y'all know, after all of that spending, we still had $203 left over to be rolled over into our miscellaneous fund. Yeah, so let's go ahead and kind of start planning for this week's spending. So the money that we are working with today is going to be my serving and cleaning income. I am not adding any extra besides cleaning, like extra Etsy or any of that income in. I think I might revert to doing that maybe once a month. But it's kind of just been building up in my one checking account, and I've just been periodically putting the taxes money aside from there. But also I should note, I've decided to take out my tax envelope out of my bills, and I'm just going to put my taxes aside before I do my cash stuffing. That way I know how much money I am actually working with for the week, because tax money is, I'm setting it aside and I am forgetting about it. So I think that'll help me better set everything up and seeing what the actual income I'm working with for my bills and stuff. But I'll update y'all. I updated you in the last video about how much money I have in my savings account for taxes. So if you're interested in seeing what I have set aside, then look for the monthly videos on that. All right, but let's just go ahead and get into the budget for this week. So let's start over here with the income that we are working with. Like I said, I worked 6 days last week, and I did make $881 after taxes for serving, and then my normal $60 for cleaning. So we are working with $941. And let me just go ahead and grab out my calculator so we can make sure we are keeping track of everything. Now, if you watched my last video, we are cutting back on savings challenges for the second quarter of the year. And I'm mostly doing that so that we can get farther ahead and get back to being a month ahead in bills, but also to just kind of ease back into everything. So right now, the sinking funds that I have are going to be for emergency savings, pet emergency, car maintenance, autocross, car mods, home maintenance, and retirement. And here, let me just go ahead and pull them out. They are all going to be set for $10 for each little spot. Now, the goal is to hopefully fill all 50 spaces during this quarter, so that's 3 months. But my main goal is to stuff 250 at least into each of those. So for today, because we do have a higher income than what I expected, I'm gonna do 20 towards each of those. So let's go ahead and start there. And we're gonna do $20 towards each of our sinking funds. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40. So that is 140. And let's go ahead and take that. So we have 800 left. Now let's look over in our subscriptions. I am a little bit ahead in gym, but I am trying to focus on that so we can get a full year ahead for the gym membership. And so I'm probably today only gonna do gym and maybe Amazon Prime. So gym is $11 per week. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do 2 weeks worth, which is gonna be $22. And then Amazon Prime. Let's look at that real quick. iCloud is fully funded for the year if you didn't see the last video. Amazon Prime. Let's go ahead. We're going to do one of the primes. The prime is the little bit higher. That's $7. So we'll stuff $7 for that this week. Yeah. And we'll just stick with those two for now. Splice and Disney Plus aren't really due till the end of the year. So we're going to try and focus and get these two fully funded first. So we're going to do that. So nothing for these ones. So that is $29 going to subscription. So let's take that out. So 772 still left to work with. So let's move over to our variable expenses. Okay, so I know y'all are gonna ask what this is. Why do I have my income divided up over here? So in the midst of me being gone, I did receive a care package from Soul Mama, and they gave me this lovely new binder that I'm using for bills. Super cute. But they also gifted me this small little binder as well. So I have been using this for my personal spending money. I didn't spend anything last week, so it's all in there. But I know my personal spending is kind of where I tend to get crazy sometimes, and I end up going overboard. So it's been nice to carry this around in my purse and use this first. So I've actually been using cash and not my credit card for my personal spending, and I think it's really helped. Now I don't want to carry everything that I have on me. So there is money in here. I think I have about 110 in here that I'm carrying around with me. And then the rest is just going in my normal envelope over here. So right now I do have 110 in the little mini binder and then $84 in my envelope. So just as an FYI, so normally we are both still getting our $25 for our personal envelopes. Now groceries. Groceries I did decide to go ahead and bump up. For the past year or so, I've been doing 150, and grocery prices are just kind of getting insane. So I am bumping us up to $200 a week there. Health, for this month, we are doing $20 per week. Gas, we are doing $60. Just because my husband's new car does take more of a premium gas, and he is filling up a little bit more regularly. I think $60 is a good point. I might have to bump it up to $70. We're still learning on that front, how much money we're spending on gas. Pet care, because my one dog has been doing more vet visits, I did bump this up to $100 a week. We might need to put a little bit more in there, but he is starting to scale back on his visits. So I think $100 is going to work for now, but we'll see. Everything's changing so fast, and I am still learning how to prepare for that. Dining, we are doing $50. And then fun, we are doing $20. Now I am not adding anything to the miscellaneous envelope, but again, whatever we don't spend from these few categories for this week, we'll just roll over into the miscellaneous, and we have over $200 in there right now. So total for all of that is $500 for spending for the week. So let's go ahead and take that out. Oops, not 200, 500. That means we have $272 to put towards bills. So let's go over here. I went over in the last video kind of where our bill account is at and put all these numbers in. So for April, we are fully funded for mortgage, HOA. We do not have a water bill this month. We are fully funded for T-Mobile, for PayPal, and for electric. So we can skip all of those. Now, for natural gas, we have $26 already set aside, but we need to be at about $70. So what is that? 44? Did I do my math correctly? Yes, 44. So let's take away 44, which means we have $228 left. And I'm just going to put all of that into the area for car loan. So that's enough to pay my car payment. So pretty much we are just going to have to figure out my husband's car payment and then nothing else there. So we are doing pretty well so far in April. It's still the first week. And we have everything paid up. I believe natural gas comes out on the 17th this month. So we have everything in the bank to get us up to the 17th. So we're doing pretty well. And what did I say? We're putting $272 towards bills. So yeah, that is kind of what this coming week's budget's looking like. Come back later in the week. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this up, but come back later in the week and we are going to cash stuff all of these binders. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Bye.